Welcome to Medicine Card Monday. Hey, how is everybody doing? I don't know if this video will even get posted on a Monday, or if you'll see it on a Monday, but it's not Monday when I'm filming it, but I'm feeling this Medicine Card Monday, and I'm going to draw a couple cards. I think we're going to stick to our masculine, feminine, and shared energy. And we're going to see what comes up in our Medicine Card Monday. All right, so we're starting off strong with number 55, Palo Santo, Guardian. And then we move right on to number 40, Ginseng, Magician. And what will bring us home with the shared energy on Medicine Card Monday? What is it? Hey, number 50, Ayahuasca. All right, well, what great medicine we have appearing here in front of us today. This feels very sacred as I look at these cards, and I will hold them all up for you. So we have feminine, masculine, and shared energy. All right, so take in these images, see what it stirs up for you. And make sure the images can be seen. Oh, hello, how's it going? Welcome to Medicine Card Monday. Okay. And, wow, this is really great. So I'm getting such a powerful energy of alchemy going on here, of really coming home into some much deeper sacred truths. So we'll start off with Palo Santo, which is Guardian. Now there's a true essence here of ancestry, of connecting with the ancestors, of karmic clearing. What I like about Palo Santo is usually when I use it in my own practice, I will sage. And the sage is the cleansing energy, and the Palo Santo is the positive energy that kind of fills the space. You know, if there's been things that are negative that the sage clears out, like the Palo Santo then neutralizes it. Sage clears Palo Santo. So I really love it, and the smell of it is always just so divine, is it not? What we've got here, we've also got the little fox in the thing, and I'm just mindful of bringing it to attention. I do think, and I can't remember where, but in one of the recent readings, fox energy did come up. I think it may have been with the masculine in the 4-part video that I did. And there was, I always be mindful of sometimes fox can bring a real trickster, kind of coyote type energy. They're very mischievous, they're very cunning, they're very sly. We think of sly fox. But there's also this essence of camouflage. And in one of my books, it talks about how fox people are able to like become loud and radiant, like the red fox, the sexy fox who like lights up the room, but they're also the one who can like blend in with the wallpaper. So what I see with this card here with Palo Santo Guardian and this little fox that is being illuminated, there's the third eye is being blown up. So what I feel like on Medicine Card Monday, the invitation of the Palo Santo card is really about like this third eye cleansing. So perhaps you have some of your own Palo Santo, and you can always put that like and really clear out that area for yourself. You can also, yeah, I always, whenever the medicine comes up, you know, use the medicine somehow, integrate it. But what I feel like is happening, and just the essence of this card that is moving through in this clear reading on Medicine Card Monday, is that we're getting this third eye cleanse. Great, I've said enough. Now we must move on. All right, so here, what I love this. So we could even say that this guy and this, like, she's an elder, he's an elder. We've got Ginseng Magician. This has been coming up a lot for the masculine. This card very specifically, it just keeps popping out, popping out. And I love that he's got like this enchanter's wheel with him too. Now ginseng is a good, herbal thing for energy, for movement, for mind clarity. It stimulates hair growth. There's all sorts of wonderful things about ginseng. And what I like about ginseng as the magician, and especially paired with Palo Santo, to me this really says that there's like this greater connection happening between the masculine and feminine within. and so without, hopefully, too, of course. That when you merge the wisdom, the connection that the feminine is bringing through with the ancestors and the karma, when you mix, like, the past lineages, the soul truth, you know, like, deep, like, to me, the Palo Santo card really feels like tapping into greater universal mysteries and truths. All right. And the ginseng, the magician, feels like he's pulling that up and saying, all right, let's deal with it. Let's move this forward. All right. So I'm really liking these energies moving as we move and progress with them. We do have an upcoming full moon, and this feels very alchemical with the full moon. Of course, you might be watching this at a random time, so it might not be that, but, you know, the energies are encoded within that. So we have guardian and we have magician. Now I love those two as a pair working together. That feels very enchantress and enchanter, sorcerer, sorceress, wizard, witch. Like, I feel like there's a lot of that energy coming through individually, or, you know, within these sides. And then we come to ayahuasca, which is rebirth. Now, as we look at rebirth, I love that there's this, like, actual baby being gestated on this card. Watch out. But of course we know that, there's even, like, you know, this feels like the energy of Palo Santo. You know, in an ayahuasca experience, they're often burning. In an ayahuasca experience, they're often burning the Palo Santo. Now, what I see here, too, is there's a lot of DNA activation happening within this process. And it's a lot of sacred DNA that is being woven in. I haven't spent much time looking at this card, but what's interesting and what I feel called to share is both of the animals I saw during my own ayahuasca journey many years, and I just did one, and ayahuasca brought me to the exact place. Maybe I'll tell that story in an upcoming video. It's a good one. But, you know, she told me in that time of to not get lost in her medicine. So I only did it that one time, but it was extraordinarily powerful. And early on in my journey, I kept seeing this in my third eye, this, like, spirit jaguar, like, running around the temple space that we were in, the Quadarna. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, but I kept seeing that, and then I asked the other guy who I was journeying with, not the shaman, but the other guy. There were only 3 of us, and he was like, "Yeah, I saw it too," and we also both saw a lot of fire. Anyway, but then the next thing to come up for me was this big snake. And the snake just kept being like, boa, boa, negativa, is what the shaman came over and started, like, chanting. And I was like, you can see my bad snake? Anyway, but what we love about the sacred snake here is that this is kind of a toss into this DNA, right? We, like, by doing this work actively, we rewire our DNA. We transmute our fears, and we allow for a rebirth to happen. Now, whether this is a rebirth of ourselves or as we birth, like, an actual new being, perhaps. But there's so much, like, twisting energy here, and I really feel like that is the intertwining going on with the masculine and feminine, that they're really coming together and working together. Now, I did just do a quick, yesterday, I had a video. It was today, I made it today, but it's yesterday when it's, anyway, irrelevant. Anyway, I posted a video recently about an inner child healing reading, where we use certain cards and we, like, let that kind of activate different stuff in that. So it might be an invitation just to kind of explore that. It's an invitation to connect deeper with the self. What I do really feel is this being in the shared energy. I feel like the feminine and masculine components are coming together to create something sacred. Now, again, that is the sacred weaving that's happening within our own DNA and the sacred rewiring that we're going through, in addition to the way that it's happening within dances with the divine counterparts, or in dances with the masculine and feminine as a whole. I'm getting a lot of blessing in this card. It doesn't just feel like a card of rebirth. It feels like new, exciting, fresh. I think I want one more card, to be honest. I feel like I want to go somewhere with this. I wasn't expecting to go somewhere on Medicine Card Monday. I'm going to draw 3 Seers of Light cards and see where this is taking us in the physical and kind of what that looks like, or how we need to integrate these medicines into the physical. So we're starting with the feminine, of course. Wow. Okay. Fascinating. We got King of Wands. We're going to move on to the masculine. Okay, Ten of Swords. Interesting. All right. And where's this going in the third energy? There's a bunch of cards that want to pop out, but I just want one, please. All right. There it is. Three of Cups. Okay. Excuse me. All right. So we've got here this King of Wands for the feminine. What am I getting with this? Externally, as it mixes with the garden. Or the Guardian, the Palo Santo. Ooh, okay. So I'm seeing an essence of sacred fire kind of being reborn, and not even necessarily reborn, but better integrated. So I guess the essence that I am receiving from this is coming around this idea that like this being a pillar of light, okay? I always joke that, you know, there he is, like, holding his lingam, his wand of light, which is, I believe, the direct translation of lingam. Anyway, always make that joke every single time. I hope it doesn't get old for those of you who do watch these whole videos. Anyway, what's great, I think, about this really feels, like, empowered. It feels tribal. Like, I'm feeling like this King of Wands is like the feminine reclaiming her safety on earth. Like her own boundaries have become strong. She's done enough healing so that she can be a wild woman without fear, because she feels that inner protector of the masculine being fully engaged. Okay, so I really feel like that's the positive force that's coming through with Palo Santo, is trust of the masculine. And that starts with the trust of the masculine within ourselves. So that's really beautiful and exciting to me. Now here we have the ginseng mixed with the Ten of Swords. And what's sticking out for me in this, what's most dominant and clear, is kind of this color of yellow. So I'm feeling like that there is an invitation here with the masculine around working in the solar plexus, the identity of self, the reclaiming of self. All right. And that makes sense too, because if this is with the masculine, happening inside of the woman, if this is what's happening inside and she's connecting with that strong protective pillar, that pillar comes from the masculine having done the work on himself to have conquered more of his ego self, so that the dance between them isn't becoming as tumultuous anymore. So I feel like that's the major message here. Now, what I love next is the third energy is mirrored with the physical energy of the Three of Cups, which is coming together in community. There's a lot of harmonious nature. I believe this is like the Big Dipper or something, like the Seven Sisters. Like, there's so much community coming forth, and I'm really seeing it not just as women coming together. I'm seeing it as masculine kind of waking up to their truer selves and wanting to integrate and dance with the medicines in a more embodied way. Now, there's so many ways to live our lives, and I think that a lot of us who are on a more spiritual path generally feel more called to being in nature, more called to being with water, to swimming, to being with the earth, of all of these fundamental aspects and components. And that feels really good as relates to a whole. I'm still feeling like I want a card. I guess we'll sum it up with another medicine card on Oracle Medicine Card Monday, and I'm gonna have to post this on Monday. Anyway, we're just gonna get one card from the Shamanic Oracle to sum this all up for us. Where are we going? Home. It's that. So, wow. What I really love, this card feels newly significant to me. I love the ways that like the feathers like have an essence of movement and like support of each other. I don't know why. It just feels like I love the way they're organized. Like this home space feels very sacred. Oh, and this is a toss back. So again, I think I mentioned my 4-part series videos that I posted maybe a week or two ago that talked about the masculine and feminine, but the dynamic here, it was sacred space, which looked a lot like these kind of spiral things going on, and masculine energy, which was the sun. And then right in the middle of like when sacred space is cultivated with masculine energy. You find yourself home because you're safe, you're secure, you're comfortable, you're held. I love that this little hut is made of nature and it's in nature. This feels representative of water flowing nearby. And then we have this night sky again. So this essence of coming home, and again, if you look back at the inner child reading, it was being in the present of there is no place like home, right? So I really feel that within the masculine and feminine dynamic, we're cultivating and finding more peace and comfort within ourselves, in addition to finding more peace and comfort with each other. And that comes through, really finding ways to, better articulate ourselves and better ways to lean into our fears, better ways to celebrate each other, better ways to celebrate ourselves, better ways to slow down and just be. All right. I don't know why I feel called to share this, but the other day on my Instagram channel, Helium Jones, if you want to follow, I posted a video about labels. I always struggle with what I should call myself, and I have my whole life. Like, there's certain professions and things that I do, but whenever I get to that part of the form, I'm like, can I write this down? And so I asked, I said, what would you, internet, label me as? And an old friend, or my first love ever, actually, he commented with my AOL screen name. That shows you how old I am, which was Born to Be on SNL at the time. But he stopped it and he just said, no, your label would be Born to Be. And I just want to offer that as an invitation that perhaps that is a label for all of us. Born to be. We're born to be all that we are in this moment, all that we are to be in the next moment, all that we will be, everything. But mostly we're born to be all that we are right now. So I just offer this as encouragement to celebrate exactly the being that you are today and always. So I hope you enjoyed that little bit of word salad. I had a salad right before this, so that's how it came out. Enjoy your medicine here on Medicine Card Monday, and many blessings. Aho.